Welcome, everybody. This is D&D. This is session number 22 of the Virlinia 2 campaign. Before we get started, I'm giving everybody inspiration for today's session. So it doesn't stack. So if you didn't use it last time, you only have inspiration once for today's session. And once again, how it works is after you roll, but before you hear the result, you can just call that you were using DM's inspiration, and then you can re-roll, but then you have to take whatever the new roll is. So you can use it for ability checks, attack rolls, saves, death saves, if that comes into play. Too. All right. So last time, our heroes pursued the lead that the magical Fae carousel in the Arts District of Zadaxi had started spinning again, and was scaring residents who were holding up indoors with all their candles out. So the Vanguard met up with Duck's friend from the local university, Leia, and pounded a pair of golems made out of barrels and beer, while sussing out clues about the whereabouts of Gilmore, the genie. And it was near some of the rubble of the stitching that the party found the corpse of their friend in the local police force, Cameron Smithersby, who still had in his possession the clues the party had collected from the village of Hazelbourne. And after some of you had detected a faint, trollish odor coming from the north, the last thing you noticed, after halting the carousel, was a white-feathered chicken clucking outside Monsieur Mauridet's home by a side building to his mansion. Duck blasted and murdered the chicken, and you could hear from a distance Mauridet curse that it was one of Gilmore's before he shuffled back inside his basement lair. So where we pick up, it's about 10:30 in the morning. You're all standing in Soggy Bottom Square here in the Arts District. What would you like to do?
Dinner, anyone?
I could eat.
We just had a picnic. We don't need to eat again.
No, okay. Speak for yourself on that one.
My friend, enjoy. The chicken's all for you. Dirty buggers deserve to die.
There is a troll over there, though. Everyone could smell that, right? Like a troll moving around and making a ruckus. Should we go check it out? Finish cleaning up the streets here?
I mean, it went so well last time. We might as well try again, right?
Oh, sure. And then, yeah, I think Milo and Elena will lead the way on over.
We don't see the troll.
Yeah, I think Milo and Elena are gonna just walk over here and kind of see if they can see anything extra.
So you're standing right north of the carousel, trying to, detect the presence of the troll. Could Elena and Milo both make a perception check, please?
8. So 9 for Milo, 10 for Elena.
Neither of you are picking up that very distinctive smell from before. You probably should investigate somewhere that you haven't investigated yet.
While they're going that way, I guess you went, to the western side of the carousel?
Mm-hmm.
Aisling will go around the other way.
Okay.
To kind of like split the roundabout or whatever. Mm-hmm. And stop here first and kind of check down this alleyway.
Okay. So yeah, you're checking down the road leading east out of Soggy Bottom Square. Could you also make a perception check, Aisling?
Gross. 13.
Yeah, so from where you're standing, you're also not picking up a particular odor or hearing the ground shake in any way, but you're guessing, because Elena and Milo also didn't find anything, the troll might be somewhere northeast of where you're standing or far away northwest of where you're standing. You can see northwest of you, there's a large sort of mansion that you haven't investigated yet, and behind the mansion, you can kind of make out a little bit that there is a pond with some frogs kind of hopping around. To the northeast of you, you can see the dead corpse of the chicken that Duck just blasted, as well as Monsieur Mauridet's mansion and some sort of door leading to a building on the side of Mauridet's mansion.
And that's where he came out of, right?
That's where he popped his head out. Yeah. So, Dr. Leia, are you doing anything different? Are you moving?
Can I go pick up my chicken?
Yeah, you can walk up to the chicken, sure.
I mean, don't waste good meat. That's bad karma.
Milo and Elena will kind of go up as support with Duck, just to make sure. So that's where they last saw or smelled the ogre, at least. I don't know. Whoops.
And Leia will go towards the mansion.
Elena, Milo, Duck, you notice the burnt remains of what looks to be once was white feather chicken, but all of the feathers are covered in soot and ash from the magic from Duck's spell. So it's pretty much a skeleton at this point. Some of the meat is probably edible if you push the dirt and soot out of the way. It's kind of up to you what you'd like to do with this dead chicken.
Can I just pick up the chicken head, like the skull, and the wishbone?
Okay.
I'm good.
Well, that's it?
I'm just going to put it in my pocket.
Okay. Leia, from where you're standing, could you make a perception check? You haven't made, I don't think you've made one yet, so
No.
you can go ahead and make one.
25.
Oh, nice.
25. So there's a couple things that you notice. First of all, the building directly to the west of you seems to be the building where there was a cat, a sort of patchy tabby cat, that white and gray hair tabby cat that Milo was talking to for a moment. This building the party has not gone into yet. You can make out north of that is a small pond with some interesting looking beech trees, B-E-E-C-H trees. So the wood is quite pretty and probably valuable. It makes sense that trees of that sort would be here in Zadaxi. And you're detecting very few noises coming from the mansion that the party has not yet entered. So it could be worthwhile to check it out a little bit if you're interested. But you do pick up a lot of different sensations from around you. I will also let you know that you have not detected any scent or presence of the troll. So the ground isn't shaking anywhere in that direction, and you're not picking up any of the odor either.
I will go towards the mansion.
Okay.
I think we saw Maori Day pop out of a what's the word I'm looking for? Like staircase leading under. What is that called? What is this? Let me ping it.
So where this dead chicken is, yeah, there is a staircase that's leading sort of downstairs into a building that's set into the ground. So this is the building behind Malreday's mansion. So yes, you, I guess if that's Milo or Elena, you do see a door, which is the same door that Malreday just went into.
Yeah, Milo's gonna walk in and try and open the door, or I guess Elena will check for traps, but Milo wasn't even thinking about it.
Okay, Elena, give me a perception roll, and then Milo, could you give me a strength check? This is it looks like a heavy window, actually, from where you're currently standing. So maybe there's a way to break through the window somehow.
13 on the perception check.
Okay.
And then on the strength check, it's just +3, right?
Yeah.
Geez, 6.
Yeah. So Milo, you try to like sort of look for a way to get through the sort of side of the building, but Elena detects that there's actually a doorway over here where there are some footsteps from what must be where Monsieur Malreday entered the building. So the side that you're on seems to have either a false entrance or one that you can't get into at the moment.
All right, then they'll head over to that entrance and then just kind of look at everyone else and be like, we going in here? What are we doing?
I'm just going to hold up my chicken head and a couple bones and say, friends, who would like a wind chime? Anyone?
That's nice of you. I mean, I'll put it in my bag for later.
Okay, I'll make it for you. It'll take me a day or so, but it'll be beautiful.
Oh, I believe it. I also don't have a house to put it on, but maybe, one thing at a time. I'll have a wind chime, and then just the desire to buy a house, I suppose.
Chime first, house second. It all works together.
I think that makes sense.
Are you having some trouble with the door?
Oh yeah.
Is it
It's
locked?
Well, that one must be locked because I'm pretty strong. I couldn't open it up. I think this one we haven't tried yet.
Can I go look at the locked door?
Yes, you can.
Does it look trapped at all?
Give me a perception check with advantage, given Milo's kind of already had a look and cleared out some of the way, as well as Elena.
Gonna roll on the thing. 12.
Doc, you're not noticing any apparent entry to this sort of sunken building going from this direction. You're thinking the easiest way in is the same passageway where Monsieur Maraday popped his head out, which is just north of where Elena is standing.
This one looks good. Do you want me to see if I can unlock it? It seems safe.
Oh, if you can, I suppose. I mean, maybe it's a better idea to not go through the door that the guy that tried to kill us the other day went through.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was so long ago. Was I even there? Who knows?
I don't think you were.
Leia would like to try to get into this mansion.
Okay.
Where is the entrance?
So the front door to the mansion, you can see, is a set of double doors about 50 feet away from you. Yeah, and it's facing Monsieur Mauraday's mansion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can Leia
Yes,
go in?
Yeah, you can walk to the front door.
Do I still have my long stride, by the way? How long does that last?
It lasts an hour, but
Yeah.
I think you took between the cat and the picnic and all that. Was that a short rest?
I would say it's not a short rest. I would say that your long strider might actually still be active.
Okay.
And what does that do again? It just gives me double my movement?
No, just additional 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Leia, you come across this very stately stone two-story building that has several windows you've already passed by on the ground floor. And you can make out some shadows of multiple people or creatures on the inside. It doesn't look like any of them are paying attention to you because the front door is actually wide open. From where you're standing on the outside of the building, you can see mounted on the wall are several stuffed owls and a deer head, as well as you can see part of a nice, fancy looking leather couch and a large floor rug. So you can kind of tell that whoever owns this place probably has some money. You can also make out on the wall a portrait with the design of a man in a hat and a cape shooting an arrow at a deer. Okay. So before I get back to you, Leia, Aisling, what are you doing?
Watching all of this and be like, oh no, we're going in different directions. So this is the fortune teller's house, right?
Correct.
So the first thing I think I'm going to do is see if her door is open.
Yeah, you walk by and the door is kind of like partially ajar. It's unlocked.
I'll just poke my head in and yell out, Lady Bovali, are you in there?
You hear some footsteps, and coming to the front door is this woman sort of dressed in very typical, like occult clothing. She looks like a tarot card reader. And Aisling, you've been in this living room before, the salon, so you have seen tarot cards and that kind of thing in her house. So this is Lady Dare Bavoli. She looks like she's been trying to sleep, but she hasn't been able to. She kind of looks at you with a half awake stare on her face. She looks down at you actually, because like she's standing much taller than you, and she's asking, what is it? What are you selling? I don't think I want any.
I'm not selling. I saved your life. And also your door's open, so maybe that's not safe. And also, tell me about your neighborhood. Have you seen a troll? Do you know where it lives? And what happens in this mansion over here? Who lives there?
I definitely have heard a troll late last night, and something heavy kind of slurring and walking around this morning, kind of shaking the ground. That's why I locked myself in here. But apparently I didn't do a good job locking my door.
No.
As for my neighbors, a lot of them have fled, or they didn't come home after the joke-offs last night. And you're talking about the mansion across from Monsieur Mauridet's house?
Yeah, where all those loud, annoying frogs are. That's probably why you cannot sleep.
Could be. That's the home of the Drakeworth family. They're not there right now, I don't think. I think they've been on a hunting vacation late this summer before school starts again for the kids. They're not old enough to go to college, the Drakeworth children. But I think they've been out of town recently.
Interesting. Well, you've been so helpful. Thank you so much. And I'll give her tarot cards back that I stole the last time we were here.
Okay.
Let's say these are much better. They've now been cleansed, and you should be able to be better at what you do. Also, lock your door.
Okay. With that, she takes the cards, kind of gives a huff in your direction, shuts the door. You can tell there's some sort of latch on the inside where she can lock the door, and you hear some shuffling until you hear no more movement.
Can I try to open the door?
Give me a dexterity check, actually. I'm going to try to open the door again.
Just straight dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have a toolkit of some kind.
Do I?
I don't know.
I am proficient with thieves' tools, but I don't have any thieves' tools. So
Then give me a straight dexterity check. No advantage.
Just a 12.
Yeah, Aisling, you can tell that there's some kind of mechanism from the inside that needs to be pushed from the inside. That would be the easiest way to open the door. And since you're from the outside, doesn't look so easy.
Great. I'm just checking, make sure she's
Actually safe.
capable of locking a door.
All right. I'm going to go next to Duck, Milo, and Elena. What would the three of you like to do in this moment?
So, Milo, not this door? Do you want to do...
We could go through that door. I think that's a good call. I don't want to follow in his footsteps, and he could have potentially left traps behind, and I think it's a better idea to take it from a different angle, maybe.
Oh, so we are going through this door.
Or we could try, if you have, tools to unlock it or something.
So we're not worried about going and following him? Or we are... Now I'm confused.
So if we
Milo,
go
you're
through
very
the door
confusing.
that Olena and Milo are sitting at, we'd be following him. So the door you're at is a different door.
Oh, okay. I think I have something in here, and I'll also Duck will just pull out the shiniest set of thieves' tools
Oh, okay.
and try to unlock the door.
Okay, give me a dexterity check. You're proficient.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you do it at advantage.
It's actually a 19.
So, Duck, you're able to sort of jimmy what is actually something that could best be described as a half door that you can tell from sort of the debris around you is probably used for delivering food or taking used food trays and bowls away from this location. And only a small creature would be able to enter this sort of side building using this door. But it is open, and you're sort of gingerly holding it open, trying not to make a... Well, you tell me how loud or you are. I'm assuming you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, I'm going to try and make sure that it's quiet. I think it's open, friends, I think, but only a couple of us, I think, would be able to get through it. If we're interested.
Okay, yeah, we could take a peek in there. I think we're small enough. Sorry, Olena, and Olena will just go, No problem, comrade.
Milo, when you walk up to Duck, you realize that you are too tall to fit inside the slot. Only if Duck were able to sort of squeeze himself in, or perhaps Aisling with Duck under. That's how small the slot is. Duck, I also would need you to make a stealth check, actually.
I'm size small, though.
Oh, are you size? I'm sorry. Are you size small?
Yeah.
21.
21. Okay. So I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. So Milo, you're trying to go in through this little door?
Yeah, but Milo doesn't do stealth.
I can go in.
I'll go in first. I mean, I feel like I can take a hit if there's something waiting down there, and then call up to you if it's safe, maybe.
Okay.
And I'll try and roll stealth and see how that goes.
I will guide him.
At disadvantage. Guide is 4?
D4, yeah.
Alright, so 8. And a 16. Okay, so 8 plus 4. 4, nice. 12 for my stealth, which is pretty good for my...
Yeah, Milo, you're a little concerned that you're making quite a bit of noise, because from where Duck is standing, you can sense and hear multiple people or creatures on the inside. By peering into this kind of small half door, you can see what looks to be some sort of laboratory. You can even see Monsieur Malraday sitting there in this small room. The entire room is only about 30 foot square, 10 foot tall, and the main area seems to be on the right side of the room, so directly north of where you're standing, where there's a large oak table covered in flasks and scrolls and various metal implements. There are books open with bookmarks and quill pens in jars of ink. A little bit north of where you're standing, there are two sort of handsome, half-human men with curly ringlets of honey brown hair and wide, horse-like legs with hooves. They seem kind of attractive to you in some way. They're kind of like talking to one another and poking one another, kind of smiling the whole time. I'll get you to make another check in a moment if you'd like to listen in. Throughout the rest of the room, on the western side, you see piles of ashes and muck and goop linger disturbingly on the ground. Your eyes are also drawn to an area of the room that is sunken further underground. And in that area, there is a pool of water and a large jar with a ladder next to it, and a person floating inside of the jar. The jar is filled with this light, pale, green liquid of some kind, and from where you're standing, you can make out that it's a brown-skinned human woman who looks very, very wrinkly on account of the fact that she's in this liquid. Standing next to Monsieur Malraday is a very interesting creature. It's a tall man whose face is withered. He's got a kind of an oversized head and eyes that kind of dart around and have kind of a flash to them. He's got a mossy, scraggly beard with two braids sticking out of his chin. And he's very hairy and hunched over like a bear. He kind of is in conversation with Malraday, turning around. You can kind of make out that they're talking about kife. And when he turns around, you can see that he has a long rat tail protruding from his backside and two small, blunt horns atop his balding head. He's wearing a dirty black vest with all the buttons undone, and his sort of paunch is sticking out. He's kind of hiccuping, and his voice sounds like very raspy. They're talking about kife and beer and things like that. So before we continue, Duck, could you also make a perception check to see if you can see what they're talking about exactly?
Can Milo also do a divine sense to see what they're at?
Divine sense? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
No, Duck is more interested in like shining his like thieves' tools and like putting them away.
This creature, that is this hunched over man creature with the tail, seems to be lighting up in your divine sense, and the two men with curly hair and hooves are also kind of lighting up, but nobody else in the room is lighting up.
Got 3 hits on the radar here, guys. And then I'm trying to like flag everyone else down so that they know we're about to go and fight these guys.
So it's at this moment that Leia is kind of looking in the front door of the mansion, not really knowing what's going on behind Miss Jim Maraday's house. Leia, what would you like to do in this moment? You do kind of get the sense that things behind you, where your partners were, are getting a lot quieter than they were a moment ago.
I don't know if I'm going deaf or something, but things seem a lot quieter back there than they were a moment ago. So maybe I'll go check it out. So mosey on over there.
Leia, as you get a little bit closer, you can see that Duck has kind of opened this half door that seems to be only big enough for himself and Milo to squeeze into. And that the main door to get into this area is sort of semi-guarded at the moment by Olena, who is standing next to the remains of the chicken that have not been plucked by Duck. Do you say or do anything else, Leia?
Can I do a detect poison and disease?
On what?
On I guess in the room.
If you cast it where you are, you will be able to detect the sense of poisons within a 30-degree radius of you. So just tell me where you're standing, and I can tell you the result.
I'm standing about maybe 15 feet from Elena. So
15 feet from Elena? Okay.
Yeah.
You go ahead and cast the spell. And... Okay. Leia, you think something could exist inside Monsieur Mariday's house, but because it's a stone building, your sense doesn't completely go through the stone.
Yeah.
But you're not detecting anything else coming from the radius of where Elena, Milo, and Duck are coming from.
Guys, I think there might be poison, but I can't tell, and that's as helpful as I can be right now.
Milo will start army signaling to Elena, who's going to be like, and then he's just like gonna just prepare everyone because he's about to charge in there and just start swinging away. Okay. And he's like,
before you go to swing away, let me turn to Aisling next to get a turn in. Aisling, Aisling, you're also noticing that things have gotten very quiet around you, and you seem to be happy that Lady Dare Bavoli was able to successfully lock her front door.
For now.
For now,
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
Seeing that Leia has walked back toward where everyone else is, Aislink's like, okay, now I have a better idea of what's happening. I will come up to the rest of the group, see that the smaller folk of the group are by a small door, and look, I guess, toward Milo and say, like, I can get additional people through this door if you want, or do we want to split and go in separate doors?
can I see from where I am if there's like an easy entrance for the taller people to get through? Like just right where they're at, basically, if that leads into
Well,
this.
from where you're standing, you wouldn't be able to see anything different from what Elena and even Leia could see at the moment.
Okay.
You'd have to walk around to a different part of the building, perhaps.
I guess Milo will just be like, oh yeah, I suppose you could make them all shorter. You could just bounce in there and go to town.
I just remembered. I can make one person smaller.
Nope. Should we all go in through the front or split up? I don't know. Seems like that door's not too far away from this room. I would hope there's some connection near. Maybe we should try opening the other door first. Take a peek in. I'm whispering this.
Yeah. Elena, open that door.
Okay, comrade. She gives it a push. Does anything happen?
The door opens. And immediately, Monsieur Maraday runs to the front door. He sees you, Elena. And he's like, this woman again. Why must you disturb what my friends and I are doing?
I was just going to walk in and stab him in the back while he's talking to Elena.
Are you going to stab him?
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I'm going to say, Pelor called. He said it's time to take out the trash. And then I get a +1 to my roll now, right? That I invoke.
Oh, is this Milo taking this?
Yeah, Milo's coming up and just
Okay, so this is Milo. Okay, go for it, Milo.
I get my +1 though, right? Or is that no longer a thing?
With the Pelor bonus. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, so small, you hold so much rage.
So 19 plus 6 plus 1 is
that hits.
26. Okay. Ooh, 1. Okay. So 5 points of damage for the first one.
As you slash Monsieur Maraday with your longsword across the front of his body, you put both of his arms up to sort of duck your blows, and he's yelling at you, "Stop! Stop! Stop! You have no idea what you're doing." And the other men in the room, you can tell, are readying their weapons, and they're moving like they're going to close in on you, Milo. But you can go ahead and finish your attack.
Yeah, seeing that I really messed him up like that with just a pretty lousy attack roll, I'm just gonna non-lethal try and knock him out.
Okay, go for it.
17 plus 6, 22.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And then I think it's just 4 points of damage to him.
Okay, and you're knocking him out non-lethally.
Yeah.
Okay. Knocked out unconscious. This causes all the other people in the room to glare at you. The sort of old hunched over character directly to the north of you is like coughing and wheezing. What are you doing here? This is not your lab. Get ready to defend yourself. And he withdraws some weapons from inside his vest. And I'd like everybody to roll for initiative, please.
All right. 11 for Milo. And then for Elena, it's 20 for Elena.
I rolled a 15.
And I got a 5.
I got it was in there. I got a 19.
19. So as Elena kind of busts open the door and sees this scene of fey creatures inside and a knocked out Monsieur Maraday, this sort of old man with the rat tail and black vest starts howling at you, Elena. Did you turn off the carousel Gilmore and I brought here? Double pox on you and your feathery friends. No fun. Prepare to get hurt.
Elena is up right now. Sorry, I missed.
Elena goes first.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna use her second rage of 4 and run up to the first person she sees, which is these two people over here, and she's gonna swing at this one up top. It's gonna be like a 10, I think.
And he's gonna playfully say at Elena, "Oh no, don't hurt me."
And she's gonna get more mad at him playfully saying that to her and take another swing.
Okay.
That's 24.
That's a hit.
Okay. A D12. Nice. 7, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage with a axe, right?
Yep, the great axe.
Whoa. Ouch, that hurt, lady.
And then she's gonna try and shock both of them, I think, right?
Yeah.
One creature of your choice. So the same person she was attacking has to make a Dex DC 13.
A 3.
Okay, so that fails. And I'm just gonna roll it right here. Just roll a D6, I guess, because it didn't work. 5.
It popped up as a 3.
Yeah, it popped up as a 3.
Oh, it didn't even go up for me. Okay.
So 3
Well,
points
then
damage.
3 points of damage. Yeah, because
So lightning crackles on the ground and around this guy's kind of midsection as you as you slice him with your axe, and he's yelping in pain. Oh, lady, I didn't. We're not supposed to play like that.
Sorry, comrade. And then that's her turn.
Aisling, you're up next.
So there's a door on either side of where I am.
Yes.
Basically.
If you go to the left, there's a front door that's open, and if you go to where Duck is standing, there's like a half door that's open that you can easily fit into.
I'll come in through that door. Kind of look around and see, do I recognize any of the creature types or anything?
You recognize the 3 creatures that are currently standing and armed. So that's the 2 half men with hooves next to Elena, and the one next to the chicken in front of the pale green water pool, as all being fey creatures.
Okay, I'll just kind of shout out like, whoa, you aren't supposed to be here. No, we're not trying to be harmful at all. And I'll say it in Sylvan, as I'm slashing the one in front of me.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits. And the creature in front of you says, ow, put it down. Wouldn't you rather join us than hurt us?
9 acid, I think.
9 acid damage?
Yeah, acid.
Okay. It singes this creature's skin, and he scowls as he jumps back a little bit from you and says, ow, that hurt. That hurts. I'm not into that.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. The character in front of Elena, that Elena just sliced, whips out his sword and defends himself. That is an 11 to hit. It's going to miss. He is going to... He's going to trigger... So, Elena, if you want to take your reaction, he's going to back up and run towards where the chicken is standing. So, Elena, up to you if you want to take it.
You rolled a 26.
26? Okay, so that hits.
15.
15 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, so Elena, you slice into this guy's kind of like rear hooves as he runs away from you to stand next to the chicken that's on the board. But he's bleeding out from his legs. When he stops running, you can see that he has put his sword away and he has retrieved a bow from his package, from his backpack. So I think that's the end of his turn. Leia, you are next to act. You're currently on the outside of the building, seeing all this ruckus. Your friends are going in. What are you going to do?
I am going to go right on the threshold of the door and peek in.
Okay.
And I see that the other guy is readying his bow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I have one of those.
Uh-huh.
Wonder if I could get to him, because my mace experience was poor
Huh?
in the past. So,
You gonna shoot him with your bow?
yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 7. Wait, do I roll damage?
Roll your attack roll first.
Is that just right next to it?
Mm-hmm. It's like the plus whatever.
Okay, so 12.
12 will miss, so your arrow goes in the air and lands in the green water behind him. He kind of ducks a little bit and laughs in your direction.
Worth a shot.
Worth the shot. Is that the end of your turn? Or do you have a bonus action?
I guess I could shield of faith myself. Can I shield of faith myself?
Yeah. Is that a reaction?
That's a bonus action.
Bonus action? Yeah, you can shield the faith yourself.
Okay.
So your AC is plus 2 to 16 for
Yeah.
the moment. And it lasts 1 minute?
It says
Good minutes.
up to duration, concentration up to 10 minutes.
As long as you're concentrating. As long as you don't get hit.
Okay.
All right. I think Milo, you're next up.
Milo, using his long strider, is just gonna straight up to the guys.
The two sitting next to each other. Okay.
Yeah, and stab the one that's already pretty hurt.
Oh, okay, go for it.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
9 points of damage.
Tell us how you murder this creature, Milo.
It just does it pretty quick, so it's like not in pain or anything. It just lights out pretty quick on him, and then
Okay.
yeah, turns his attention towards the big hairy one that's pulling out weapons.
Yes.
He says, "Oh, you're a big fellow," and then he's gonna try and hit him.
Okay.
24.
24 will hit.
And I'm gonna pump one smite into him at first level as well.
Okay.
Which I think is just 2d8, right? Or 3d8 because he's a fiend or something.
He's a fey creature, yeah.
I don't think I get anything for fey creatures.
Okay.
Celestial, fiend, and undead. Okay. So that one.
Sorry.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't have lit up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I thought they were.
Oh. Yeah, if he's fey, it would have lit up.
Not with. I don't think with my divine sense. It says anything affected by the hollow spell, celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
A celestial fiend or undead. Okay.
Yeah. So no.
It doesn't light up. But Aisling kind of has a read on who in the room is fey.
Gotcha. Okay. So I just think these guys are weird looking.
Yeah.
I already rolled my attack. Okay. So 10 points of just the pure attack and then 2d8, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So 10 extra points from the smite.
Oh, wow. And so the total is how much?
20.
His tail is kind of whipping around in the air, and you can tell he's kind of like touching his palms to one another as his you can see that he's thinking about what sort of magic to prepare in response to that, Milo.
That's Milo's turn.
Okay. We're going to go to Duck next. Duck, you're currently on the outside of this laboratory. What would you like to do?
Can I see the one that Milo's attacking?
Yeah.
Just be like, man, we're gonna have to talk about some calming exercises or like some breathing techniques. Like you just run up there and just stab, and then I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast while I'm like talking to him about keeping calm.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
23 does hit.
So 7 damage, 5 force, and 2 cold.
Okay, so this is Eldritch Blast?
Yep.
So as your magic kind of shoots out of you, you can see him hopping in pain as, once again, his sort of big rat tail is flipping around in the air. And you can tell he's thinking about what sort of magic to cast on all of you. He doesn't quite... he can't really see you well from where you are, but he knows that there is somebody on the outside of this floor based on how he's kind of looking through the slot in the wall.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to like look over kind of to the air and be like, hush, stop, not right now. And roll one of my bardic inspiration to get one of my tales from beyond.
Oh, okay.
Okie dokie.
Do you have to say which one?
No, when I roll it, I get it until I then use an action to bestow it on someone.
Okay, so right now you know which one it is, but you have to give it to somebody.
Yeah, but until I either roll on it again, use it, or take a short or long rest, like I have it kind of like sitting ready to be used.
All right, so this sort of half man, half hoof creature standing next to Aisling and Elena sees that his friend just went down, and in a rage, swings his body around and slices at Aisling with his sword. That's a 19 to hit. It's going to do 6 points of piercing damage. He strikes you right in your left leg, Aisling. And he shouts at you, that's what you get for taking down Snox. It's a good thing Gilmore's coming back. He's going to cast his spell on all of you. And
Gilmore, the one that owns these dirty chickens.
Gilmore's the one that plays with the dirty chickens. That is true.
Gilmore needs to die.
I'll never tell you where his secret lair is. So next to act is this old man with the rat tail sitting right in front of Milo. This is his bonus action. No, I'm sorry. This is his regular action. He's going to pick up the chicken that's on the ground next to him and throw it so that it lands in this radius so that it hits Leia, Olena, 20-foot radius. It will also hit Aisling and Duck. This chicken will then explode with streaks of fire that emanate from the center. It looks like a tiny ball of flame was inside the chicken, and it just explodes in all directions in this sphere of hot red flames that come out of it. I need Leia, Aisling, Duck, and Olena to all make a dexterity save.
Will I get partial cover since I'm still outside?
Yeah,
little
I'll give you partial cover.
Did you say it's a 20-foot?
20-foot, yeah. You're 15 feet away right now.
He's hitting his friend too.
Oh yes, he will hit his friend. He might hit his friend.
I got a 9 plus whatever partial cover is.
Elena's gonna use her inspiration to re-roll.
Re-roll, okay.
She only rolled a 3 the first time.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna use inspiration too. I forgot about that.
20 this time.
20? Okay.
Where
9
is-
again.
I rolled an 8. Does the
Okay.
Shield of Faith do anything?
No.
Because that's for
That's for a different attack. So if you want to roll again, you can use the inspiration and roll your saving throw again.
sure. I rolled a 7.
Okay. So Leia 7, Milo.
I don't
I'm
need
sorry,
to roll.
not Milo. Elena,
Rolled a 20.
20.
Not
Duck.
natural.
I rolled a 9 and then used inspiration and rolled a 9 again.
Okay, and then Aisling,
18.
Leia, Duck, and the friend all get hit for 25 points of fire damage.
I hate chickens.
Those of you who made a save, you're going to take 12 points of fire damage. So that's Olena, the buddy, and Aisling, I believe. So, Leia, you are now unconscious because 25 points of damage is more than your max hit points, or more than your current hit points. So when it's your turn, you're going to do what's called death saves. So I'll explain that once we get back to your turn.
Sure.
But everybody, all the party can see that the flames have fanned out and that Duck is really hurt and Leia has been knocked out. Monsieur Maraday's body is also starting to burn in the flames. So
Duck doesn't get like anything for being outside.
Duck got hit.
Yeah, I think it's like a +2 to save, like if you have partial cover, but I'm sure the save was probably higher than like 11.
Yeah. So experts in the room will know better than me. Monsieur Maraday's body, Milo said non-lethal damage, but it's sitting there right next to the nucleus of the flame, so it would get hit.
Yeah, he's dead.
So yeah, his body, the corpse is burning right now, and Monsieur Maraday may be no more. The guy right in front of you, Milo, is gonna say, the guest spell would have worked. You should have just joined us. You should have just joined us.
Milo just stares him down.
Boy, staring at me will do nothing. Gilmore will come back here and eat you alive. And if not Gilmore, that troll outside is gonna get you. Milo, go ahead and respond, and then I'd like you to make a perception check before we go to the next round.
Milo just says okay, and then
Okay.
16.
Milo, you can hear coming from the outside of this laboratory on the upper ground. The ground is starting to shake, and something heavy is moving upstairs.
Trolls upstairs.
Olena, you're next to act. What would you like to do?
Elena's just gonna hack this person in front of them down.
Okay. Oh, don't hurt me.
Too
The
bad.
fire wasn't enough.
18.
18 will hit.
Ooh, 11 plus 4, 15.
15. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Lady, this is not the right way to play with me.
Wait.
Gilmore's gonna be so angry. You should just run away now.
Does the 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Another 10 points of damage.
Olena, tell us how you murder this creature.
while it's pleading for its life, she just takes the axe back and swings again and just right down on the shoulder. Lets it crumple down. And then walks over to the hairy guy.
Aisling, you're next to act. The creature in front of you just killed by Elena. What would you like to do?
I'm going to do a bonus action. Leia, I'll blow some of my fairy dust at Leia.
Okay.
And you get 3 HP back plus 1 temporary, so I guess 4.
Your shield of faith is no longer active because you were knocked unconscious. But now you are conscious again because Aisling just healed you.
Thanks, Aisling. Knew I should have stayed at that mansion.
I'm going to just upcast.
As Leia kind of recovers from her wounds, Leia also notices some very heavy footsteps that are only about 30 or 40 feet away from her at this point. And Leia, because you're close to the outer doorway, you can actually see this hideous 7 to 8 foot tall troll headed in your direction. It's getting closer, and you can tell that it has a very foul odor attached to it.
I'm going to move. Is that a table?
Next to you, yes. Diagonal from you? That's also a table, yes.
Okay, so I'd have to go around that.
To do what?
Just to move. No, I can walk 30.
Yeah, you can climb on top of the table. I'll let you.
I could probably just walk under it.
You can walk under the table too if you want.
Light duck.
And I'm going to say, Elena, you've got this.
No.
And I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil.
Okay.
On Elena.
Okay.
But she is protected against pretty much everything. Fays, fiends, undead, elemental, celestials, aberrations. So they have disadvantage if they attack her. And she can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
And that will do it.
Okay.
Thank you, comrade.
Mm-hmm.
Next to act is Leia. Leia, you can see this troll is barreling down the small pathway from behind Monsieur Mariday's house to the front entrance to this laboratory. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna be like, guys, I know I just came to, but I think there's a troll heading our way, and I want to both run and heal myself at the same time. Is that possible, or is that?
Yeah, you can take your movement and you can cast a cure wound spell of some kind. Yeah, or if you have a potion or whatever.
I have a cure wound spell that's literally called Cure Wounds.
Yes, you can use that on yourself if you like.
Okay. So I rolled an 11.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good. So now you're at 14 hit points.
Oh, great. And I guess I'll flee. I will flee towards the dead. What's that guy?
The dead creature with the hooves. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're inside the basement now, with everybody else except for Duck.
Yeah.
Okay. It's this troll's turn to act, and the troll is going to move 30 feet right to the entrance. So you can get a really good look at this character. Leia, it's carrying a giant club with spikes all around it. It's got dark green skin. Its head, once it enters the lab, its head will almost be touching the ceiling. It has a really thin rib cage and a rubbery sort of paunch hanging over a very dirty makeshift skirt, horribly sewn together with the skins of dead woodland animals. As it kind of walks forward, its greasy, dirty hair is like releasing flies into the air around it, and you can almost, if you stare long enough, you're worried that you can see a cloud of green or black dirt moving around. Its warp-covered face is completely hideous and ugly, and both of his hands have extremely sharp claws. He kind of like grasps at the front door, and tries to break down the door. And it is successful at breaking down the front door. It grabs it with one arm, smashes the door to the ground, so the door is completely obliterated. And it basically is like staring right at you, Leia. It's the only person they can see right now. And it's like breathing this hot, dirty air in the middle of the Arts District. Milo, you can hear all this. It's very close to you. It's not far from the entrance. And it's now your turn to act.
Milo's gonna keep swinging away at who he's already one thing at a time, I suppose, and then he's just gonna natural 20, and he's gonna dump the smite into that because why not?
Okay.
And he'll do it at second level. All right, so for just the regular old damage, 4 plus my 4, 8 for the good damage, and then 13 doubled is 26 points of damage for that.
26 points of damage. Okay. He's gonna so you slash him with your sword right in his left arm, and he's spurting blood everywhere, and some of it lands on you and on Elena's new dress. He then shouts. She's like wheezing as he's shouting at you. You're not. None of you are supposed to be here. This is my new brewery, not yours. Who sent you here? You're just gonna make Gilmore. You're just gonna make Gilmore angry. All we wanted to do is bring this delicious kife back to my world while Malride takes over this blasted city. Now you're gonna have to pay for it, you little ones.
Milo's just gonna say, "Sounds like you could use a lousnage," and then he's gonna try and swing at his throat with his sword.
Oh, ouch!
Another natural 20, I swear to God.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And first level smite on this one because he wants to just kill this guy and focus in on the dude. 7, 14, 18 on the regular damage.
My goodness. Okay.
And then 14 on the smite damage.
Okay, Milo, you almost knock him down to his death as you slash your sword so close to his neck that the way he lunges forward to try to dodge the complete thrust of your weapon is you're able to actually knock out some of his teeth with the tip of your blade as he kind of lunges forward in horrible pain as he's now bleeding everywhere. Some of the blood even lands on you.
I was just gonna risk it and step back towards.
Oh no, he's gonna try to hit you with his. He's just gonna try to punch you actually as you run away. 15 to hit?
No.
Oh my goodness, Milo, you can't be hit. He curses in the air. Little one, little one, what are you doing?
Don't call me that. And then that's the end of Milo's turn.
His rat tail is like whipping around in the air, and he's almost kind of like torn off his vest as he's trying to defend himself.
The hair, or is it an actual rat tail?
It looks like an actual rat tail coming out of his back.
Okay. I thought it was just like an odd hair choice for him.
No, it's a real long tail, at least 10 feet long. Okay. Kind of a coil. Mm-hmm. Doc, there's a troll at the door. There is a creature next to Elena and Aisling that is almost dead. And Leia is back to life. What would you like to do, Duck?
So Duck just got hit with an explosive chicken.
Yes, he did.
So Duck is gonna start crawling through the door saying, all right. You know, adventuring is cool and all, but seriously, who puts explosives into poultry? This is just uncalled for. And as soon as he steps in and sees the troll, he's gonna go, what the hell? And he's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, kind of run under the table.
Yeah, because you're small enough. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, and I'm going to bunker down under the table okay, this is absolutely ridiculous. And then I'm going to cast Bane on the troll and Rat Tail. So I need them both to make charisma saves.
charisma. So the rat tail person charisma save is 15.
All right, he saves.
And the troll as well?
Yeah,
The troll got a 10.
the troll is baned.
Okay, so what happened with Bane?
It's just -4 to attack
It's
rolls.
minus
-4
4.
Minus
-4 to
Subtracted from the
everything.
attack roll or the saving throw. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's gross.
Isn't it a D4? It's not a set 4, right? Or is
it's
it?
a D4. Yeah,
Oh, the D4. Thank you.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
This guy with the long rat tail swings around and tries to, and uses his fist to grab Aisling by the neck. He's trying to grapple you. So Aisling, I need you to decide whether you're going to defend with strength or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
What am I doing? Make an acrobatics check. 16.
Okay, he got a 15, so you make it. He tries to grab you right around your neck, and you like duck really fast, and he's grabbing in air as your sort of wings are flapping, trying to escape from him. But this guy actually has another attack. He sees that you're able to elude his grasp. He's going to flip around the other side of his body and try to punch you with his left hand. That's a 14 to hit.
That's my armor class, so that hits.
That's going to do 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
I think that's 13.
He's wheezing. Your friend almost knocked everything out of me, but all of you are going to pay for this. Gilmore is going to see that you all pay for this.
You talk a big game for a man that stuffs chickens.
All right, we're going to go to the top of the next round. Olena, it's your turn to act.
Olena is tired of hearing this guy cough, so she's just going to try and mob off his head, but that's a 2, so his next swing, it's a 19 plus...
19 will hit.
Oh, that's my 20. 10 points of damage.
Olena, tell us how you kill this creature.
Just takes the head clean off in one swoop of the sword,
Yow.
and then... or of the axe, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And steps in. I don't know if this is like a cage or what the heck this is, but she'll just step in front of Leia.
Okay.
And look at the troll menacingly.
All right. Next act is Aisling. Aisling just been hit
Where is the troll?
outside of the lab right now.
Okay.
Right here.
So I can't see it.
Not directly now.
But nobody else is near it. We're all kind of...
Yeah, everyone's far, like on the far edge of the room.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action heal myself. I'm gonna snort my own fairy dust. That's beautiful. 4. A 3 and a 1.
Oh,
That's what I get for being selfish.
So you're at 9 now?
I'm at 4.
Obviously, drugs are bad. If
I'm
it
at-
takes your health away.
9 with 2 temporary hit
2
points.
temporary, okay.
11.
Okay.
And then I will move forward until I can see the troll.
The door is busted wide open. He's destroyed the door.
Oh, okay. Oh. So, yeah.
And he smells really bad, Aisling.
I'm going to shoot an ice knife at it.
Ice knife. Okay. Does he need to make a save?
No, I have to hit. I'm going to re-roll that. Use my inspiration. That should definitely do it. A 23.
23 will hit.
Oh wait, sorry. It does need to make a save. It also needs to make a dex save.
Dex save 5.
Great. Do I need to separate damage types?
Why don't you tell us the damn? Yeah, separate it.
Okay.
Did you remember your minus D4 for that save?
I did not, but then it would have been a 1.
Well, you
Thank
roll
you
the
for reminding
d4
me.
to see what you take
You
off.
roll the D4, not an automatic 4.
It would have been a 1.
Ah, yes.
Just adding insult to injury.
It takes gross. 2 piercing damage, and 9 cold damage.
2 piercing, 9 cold damage.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It takes an additional 5 cold damage.
Why?
Because I didn't read the spell. I cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
And I didn't up the cold damage part. And then I'm backing my fairy butt right back up.
Oh. Leia, your next act.
I think I'm gonna try out my brand new bless spell.
Okay.
And I guess I call out to everyone who wants to be blessed. There's a limited amount of blessing action here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to bless myself, but I don't know if that's a little bit narcissistic of me.
Narcissism is okay. Bless the 2 fighters.
So I guess the range of this spell is 30.
So you can get any of your friends.
Okay. I will bless you all, and I don't think I need to roll that or anything for that. I just bless them.
Concentration, yeah. You just can't get hit, or you have to roll a Constitution save to try and maintain it.
So your shield of faith was already gone because you died, or you went unconscious.
Yeah.
D4 to
Attack rolls.
Attack rolls
attack rolls and
saves.
It's the exact same. It's the exact opposite of.
It's the opposite of Bane. Oh, wow. Learning
which
things.
one does additional D4 to damage rolls? I thought that was.
Oh, there's some paladin thing that you can do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just pretty much like if you have to roll to hit, to save, or like abilities, just hit or save, you roll a d4 and add it.
Yeah.
Divine Favor does an extra d4.
Oh, okay.
So you are all #blessed, and I will keep. Wait, is that my action, or can I attack as well?
That's your action to cast Bless.
Okay.
So you can still move, though.
I will move away, and she will move. Can I move like here?
Yeah. Yeah. You have enough to get there. Right to the wall. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you like run by, you hear Doc going #blessed. I think there's a market for that. I'm gonna write that down real quick.
That's it.
Okay. This troll's gonna run inside the building and strike at Aisling with its club.
Me?
That's a 24 to hit. That's a 24 to hit. That's going to do
first.
That is going to do 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Then it's going to strike you with its other claw, Aisling. That is a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to do 11 slashing damage.
I'm dead.
Unconscious?
Sorry, are you remembering to roll the d4?
Oh, no, I'm not. So 15 and 13? 15 and 12, I think, then. If I subtract the d4, sorry, and it was a 4, so 15 and 12.
The 12 will miss.
The 12 will miss, but the 15 will hit. So forget the 6 bludgeoning, but you are hit for 11 slashing.
All right, I'm still down.
So currently unconscious. It still has some movement. It's going to move back towards the front door. And because it ends its turn within a close enough radius to some of you will, all of you in the room actually can detect this foul, disgusting odor coming from it. Some of you are even choking at the air. The closer this creature gets to you, it smells absolutely disgusting, like rotting garbage, rotting flesh. It's a magnet for flies and all kinds of disgusting creatures. So it's going to end its turn there. Milo, before you start, I'd like you to make a con save because of this cloud of dirt and odor that is now surrounding you because of the troll.
If this is a disease, I'm immune, and if it's poison, I have resistance, so I think I get advantage on the roll.
It's poison, so are you immune?
No, I roll with advantage.
With advantage? Okay, go for it.
And I get a +2. Everyone within 10 feet of me gets a +2 on all their saves, just so you know.
Oh my goodness.
Milo's gonna use his Oh, whoops! I get advantage. What am I doing? Okay, that's way better. So 19, and what was it? Con.
Con.
Okay, just 19.
19 saves.
Okay.
So let me see. Do you take half or no? Nope. Nothing happens. You can take your action now.
Milo's just gonna be like, "Who has Aisling, or should I get them?" Or I'm swinging away.
Okay.
Milo just starts swinging away.
Go for it.
Furious that this thing attacked. +7, 23.
23, that hits.
6. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And hit him again. I'm gonna use my inspiration. I only rolled a 3. So
Okay.
that's Milo, and Elena's is gone now.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 again, I swear. Okay.
Milo, you notice after you hit it the first time that some of its wounds seem to be disappearing. Like the scar that you left on its flesh after you hit it seems to already be disappearing. And it's almost like its body is sewing itself back together where you sliced it just a moment ago. So whatever damage you did, you're not sure how long lasting it is.
Okay. He's just gonna keep taunting it and saying, talking smack to him.
Okay.
I don't have anything to talk smack to in my head right now, so.
Oh, it
Like
shouts at you, fee, fi, fo, you sound dumb.
Milo will just say, "You smell like shit," and just look at him.
Takes one to know one.
And that's Milo's turn, just saying, "You smell like shit." This guy heals up every single round, or every single turn of someone, or just the top of the round.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be every single turn, but you did notice it that time.
Okay.
Duck, your next act.
I'm going to call it. Leia, do you have Aisling? I don't really have any healing spells.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And I'm going to. Has the troll said anything to us
Call me dumb.
in common?
I think so.
I need him to roll a wisdom save
With the Bane
with a -4.
on it, -4.
With a
That is
-D4.
a total of 5.
Grovel!
Oh,
Command him to grovel.
this is a command spell.
Yep.
Does it do it immediately or on its turn?
On his turn, he will
Okay.
spend his turn groveling, which he'll
Oh.
fall prone and then end his turn.
No. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Duck?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say I say grovel, but it's like worship me.
Elena,
Oh,
before
then-
you act, you can smell this troll. I need you to make a Constitution save.
15 altogether.
Okay, so you make the save. Nothing happened.
Okay. She's just gonna swing around the side of Milo and start hacking away at him.
Okay,
15 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. 12 damage.
Huh?
13 plus 20.
That hits.
I think 12, right? Yeah, 12 points of damage.
12 points. Okay.
And then has to make the dex save or get lightninged.
With the Bane bonus, but he has okay. That's a 14 total.
I think that saves. Yeah, it saves. But it takes half damage, so let's hope it's good. 2.
2 points of damage.
Yeah.
As you strike it, you notice its body is starting to kneel in response to Duck's command for it to grovel.
But since it got hit with lightning, is it still regenerating? Okay.
You'll see on the start of its turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that's her turn.
Aisling, what's happening to Aisling right now?
I'm dead.
Okay, time to make a death save. So the bless is gone then, right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so because I wasn't concentrating on bless.
Oh, okay.
Elena's,
It's Leia's spell. Okay.
yeah, Elena's stuff is gone. You're disadvantaged from Faye, but
Okay.
so that's a 20 plus a D4.
Bless works on death saves. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bless,
it's a save.
bless works on death saves. Yeah.
That's a
Bardic
12.
Inspiration also works on death saves.
12, you see. Nice.
Oh, so that's one save, right?
Yeah.
One save, Aisling. That's your turn. Next to act, Leia.
So Leia's gonna go on over to touching distance
Okay.
and do cure wounds.
Okay, go for it.
She rolled a 9. I think I can do better than that. So can I use inspiration on this?
No, not on this roll.
9 it is.
Yeah, 9. So Aisling will take the 9. Aisling's body is slowly coming back to life. You can see like their wings are kind of fluttering again and eyes are starting to open.
A little bit of the cocaine that she inhaled, or Aisling inhaled, is still just on the nose.
Yeah.
Or whatever the heck you snorted.
Fairy dust.
Hey, you have snorted it also. You just didn't realize you were getting snorted.
Wait, what?
No, Leia, you still have more movement if you want to take it, and you might have a bonus action. I'm not sure.
Oh, so come to find out, Milo's a big drug user, eh?
The biggest.
So I think Leia's gonna go into this back room where you said the pool was, right?
Yes.
And just kind of see if there's anything there is to see while still hanging around nearby.
Yes. So Leia, you get much closer to bottle full of pale green water, and there's a woman kind of floating inside. She looks very attractive to you. She's got creamy brown skin, a crimson red sari with little white diamonds printed on it and some gold trim. You can tell she's wearing a bindi in the center of her head. She's got a sparkling gold nose ring attached by a gold chain to one of her earlobes. And she's wearing very delicately designed red and purple slippers. And her body is just kind of floating there. It's really hard to tell if she's dead, alive, or what, because this water doesn't look quite like typical water. I'd like you to make an Arcana check, actually.
Yeah. Can I do that? I rolled a 7.
Okay. I mean, you suspect it's magical, but you would need some more information to determine whether it actually is magical. But you do find it very curious that there's this woman's body floating here in the lab. I think that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you just hear randomly this sound, like just a song, "Fall to your knees," like as.
The troll, falls to the ground and it's begging and pleading. He's even temporarily loosened its grasp on its club, and it's looking in your direction and kind of like putting his palms in the air and waving them down towards the ground in your direction as a symbol of faith and respect.
That's how I like it.
So does it get to make another save?
It just lasts. He just loses his one turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh, wow.
he's
Does
now
a lot,
he's now prone, so all the attacks against him are at advantage.
Advantage. Uh-oh. Milo.
You're welcome, Milo. Stab him in the head.
Oh boy, here you go. Just goes right for the head. Milo follows
go
his
for it.
orders.
This is at advantage, Milo.
19. I'll take that 19 plus.
And you have your D4, don't forget.
Oh, from the blast. Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure it hits though. The 19
hits,
plus
yes.
7 plus. All right, so roll my D8. 5 points of damage from the first hit.
Okay. Could you also make a con save before
sorry.
continue your attack? You are surrounded by a very dirty smell coming from his body and clothing.
Just a 14.
Okay, so a jolt.
Did you do that at advantage? Didn't you get it at advantage last time?
Yeah, that was with advantage.
And with your D4?
Woo! There we go. 16.
16. Okay, then nothing happens.
Clutch.
Nothing
With the
happens
bless.
except you hurt him.
Okay, and then I'm going to swing again.
Swing again. Okay, go for it.
25. What's for fun? 27. Or, wait, 29. Cool. So, noticing that his wounds were kind of closing up, Milo's hoping that if he pumps a smite into... Actually... No, I'm running out of spell slots, so I gotta stop. Just rolling this 7 points of damage for the second.
Okay. Okay, Milo, you're close enough to this troll to see that the sort of makeshift skirt that it's wearing has some burlap sacks that are part of the pleating, as you could call it, from the skirt. And those burlap sacks say, in very kind of mottled and dirty letters, the sacks read the phrase "Goldfoot Wines."
Is that your last name?
Yeah, that's a lot. But Milo doesn't do anything as a bonus. That's just his turn.
You're gonna go to Duck next.
In Duck's experience is around the country, would he have any familiarity with trolls?
He might. What question do you want to answer?
I'm just trying to think if Duck would possibly have an idea of what it takes to keep a troll to not regenerate.
Duck remembers that before leaving to go to Soggy Bottom Square this morning, that the sheriff, Ankita Goldpetal, had told the party to make sure that they have fire and acid.
Don't forget, we need to burn him or melt him, otherwise he's going to keep healing.
Oh.
Acid or fire, friends, acid or fire. I don't have any of that, but I mean, hopefully you do.
I sure don't. I don't think Milo does. Unless
somebody gave Milo a torch, right, at the beginning of the day?
he chucked it. Yeah.
Oh, he threw it already?
Right. Very down the carousel as far as he's concerned.
That's
now.
right. That's right. Oh, well.
The fireball? No, that wasn't it. It was the torch.
Duck, you got anything else?
Just need him to make another wisdom save. Minus a d4.
Bane is still active. Okay, so wisdom save, that is a 4 total.
More grovel!
So, even though it was trying to get up, it once again comes back down to the ground and is kind of bowing in your direction. And again, as it falls to the ground, Milo gets a big whiff of the odors coming from his body. It smells horrible.
And Duck is definitely still hidden under the table, but puffed up. Yes, this is right. This is good.
All right, start of the next round. Elena, before you attack, could you make a Constitution save, please? You smell how bad this troll is.
He rolled a 17 plus 5, 22 plus my 2
That's
is
enough.
24. Okay.
That's enough. You can go ahead and take an action.
She's going to swing away with advantage because it's still groveling.
And I think she's also blessed, right?
Yeah.
He's also blessed. Yeah.
17 plus the
That
blood.
hits. That hits. 17 will hit.
All right. 7 for the first one. Natural 1. 13. I'll probably need the 20 without the bless, but I can throw it on it.
That hits.
Okay. 10 points of damage for the second one, and then another dex save for it with the
Actually, with Bane.
-4. Yeah.
And if prone, I think it has does it disadvantage if you're prone or no?
No.
What is it? Is it an attack roll?
It's a saving throw. Dex.
Prone, does it take...
Dex saving.
No, it's just
No, it
attack
doesn't.
roll.
Okay.
This attack roll's okay. 15?
Minus the 4.
Yeah, I already subtracted it.
Okay, 15 saves, but it'll take half of whatever this is.
Okay.
Half of 1.
There's nothing. It's still groveling in Duck's direction, but it seems to be flopping its greasy hair at you, Elena, and some of you can see all these bald patches in its hair in places where flies and maggots have been eating on its bald head.
Elena will just do the shirt over the nose thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's her turn.
Okay. Aisling, you're next to act, and you're within range, so I'd like you to make a Constitution save first before you take another action. You can smell this troll from where you're standing.
I think you also have the bless, right?
And Aisling, you also have blessed, so you can add that. bonus?
12.
Okay. So it takes an effect. And the effect is you lose any reaction. You lose any reaction or bonus action on your turn in this next round.
Good. I wasn't planning on using either one of those.
So you can just take a main action or move or both.
I guess I'll stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you all can't tell the difference. And look at Elena and be like, "Ooh, sorry, Elena. I can't help you this time." And I'm going to need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Even with the Bane, that is a 13.
That fails.
And what happens?
It takes 8 points of fire damage, and there's a flaming spear behind it.
Nice.
In the air or on the ground? Or
It's on the ground.
okay. All right, that's the end of your turn. Leia?
Oh, sorry. Can I move?
Yes, you can move. Sorry.
I'll just move back to that corner.
Okay. Yeah, it smells way better in that corner.
Douglas has ducks over there, like burning some incense.
Apparently, I forgot I've been lugging around this backpack and chest, and she's thinking about this whole acid fire dilemma, and she's like, "Hey guys, as a tiny woman, I forgot about this 300-pound chest I have, but now that I'm looking in it, I'm seeing a torch, a tinder box, oil, holy stuff, a candle, tinder box, 2 tinder boxes, and incense. So I don't know. Should we? Did someone say they needed some fire and or acid for this troll thing? Should we?
Well, it's definitely burning right now. If you just want to shoot that thing, you can go for it. Or you can throw something on it. I don't know. It's up to you. It's on fire, though.
Mm-hmm.
I do fire and acid just as a normal hobby. So if you just want to pelt it full of arrows, that can also be fine.
That sounds good. I like carrying around all this heavy stuff anyway, so I'll just keep doing that.
Okay, go for it.
So I'll give the crossbow a try again. It's 15 to hit.
Yeah, but you have it at advantage still because it's groveling towards Duck.
It's actually, I think she'll be disadvantaged because it's a ranged attack.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you have to roll again.
so
and
smart.
take
That's
the
right.
lower of the two. But you have your bless on yourself still, so you can don't forget your D4.
I don't think I blessed myself. I think I blessed.
Yeah, Leia didn't bless herself.
Yeah, she blessed Aisling instead.
Yeah.
That one's still.
Yeah, like prone is great for melee, not so great for range.
Well, here goes. Second roll is a 7.
Okay, so the arrow sails through the air and lands kind of near where the exploded chicken was a few seconds ago, but it does not connect with the troll.
Can I do another Arcana thing if I'm still next to the pool, the water?
Maybe. Tell me what you want to do.
I want to get a better idea of what kind of magic is happening here, and if it has anything to do with the troll and the evil.
Okay. So in the last round, you were able to do that from just sight alone. Is there some action you want to take that would help you figure out more what the answer to your question is? Like, do you want to dip your hand into the jar? Do you want to drop something in there? Do you want to... What can you do that's maybe different from the last round?
Yeah, I'll kind of get closer to the jar and kind of put my hands around the outside. Kind of
hands on the outside? Okay.
do
I thought you were going to say put my hands in it.
Take a drink.
Maybe I'll put my nose over it, see if I stay conscious.
Okay.
something is.
Now, your question was if it's connected to the troll in any way. So I'm going to have you make an investigation check. Investigation is for when you're trying to put the clues together from different things.
I'm getting a 9.
Yeah, there's probably some more information that you'd be able to find out from Monsieur Malgré, but unfortunately, he's dead.
Yeah.
So you're not really sure. Maybe if you could talk to the troll, you'd get an answer.
Oh, do you need him to talk? I've got you next round.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. The troll is going to go next, so troll
More
can stand.
groveling. More groveling.
Oh, is he still groveling? Oh my goodness! So can't no save on this.
No, because he already
Right,
failed
yeah.
it. So this is him taking the command that I just gave on my last turn.
Okay, so it's groveling. It looks very unhappy about it. That's the end of its turn. Milo, your next act.
That's the end of its turn. That means it takes more fire damage.
Just groveling and getting burnt.
Takes more fire damage.
Yeah, any creature that ends its turn needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, because of you left it behind it. Look at the smarties in the room. That is a nat 1, -1, so 0.
That is 8 more fire damage.
Aisling, you are noticing that when Milo hit it a little earlier and its skin started to seam back together, this time when your fire is burning it, its wounds are continuing to spread throughout its body. I think it's doing the job.
Burn.
Now it's your turn to act, Milo.
Swinging again.
Okay, go for it.
At advantage.
Milo, pretend you're in a rage room. Get the rage out. It's like a pinata waiting for you.
It'll hit.
Do drugs.
It's like a 19.
Yes, I heard you're a
hits.
drug addict these days.
That's not true. No. 8.
8
8 for the
points
first
of damage? Milo,
Yeah.
tell us how you kill this troll.
Actually, I gotta roll my Constitution save first.
Yeah, that is true.
7 plus 2 is 9 plus 2 is 11.
Okay, so you can't
Oh, wait.
take any
Yeah.
bonus
Yeah.
action or reaction this round.
But it's dead anyway.
Yeah, but with your with your regular action, you can still kill it. Tell us how you murder this troll.
I just hack off its nose.
Milo, you've got the nose. You can see it on the ground in front of you, and it's not reattaching itself. It's not to its body, and in fact, nothing is growing back. I think this troll is dead.
Before it burns to a crisp, Milo will also try and get the goldfoot belt off of it to see like what the deal is with that.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. It looks like really dirty. It looks like scraps of a burlap sack that probably carried something used on the vineyards.
And everything's dead now? We're out of initiative? Or?
It looks like everything is dead. So yeah, we'll take you out of initiative. Everyone's kind of like dusting off and looking around the room.
What is my name? Can Duck or I try and search the room to find any sort of information on how these exploding chickens were made?
Yeah, so I'm not going to have you don't have to roll. Duck, you're standing next to one of the tables that has books open with bookmarks all over the place. And you can see there's some very information on the table that seems to be about kife. Okay? The information on the table tells you that there's several important ingredients that are needed to make kife. And those ingredients include black fungal rot from the swamps of a village named Mlashtina. Another ingredient is red phosphorus powder from outside the village of Stonica, which you know is another one of the Seven Sisters. A third ingredient is honey from the city of Adamica, which is another of the famous Seven Sisters. So these all seem to be ingredients from around the province that you're currently in.
Where was the phosphorus powder from again?
The red phosphorus powder comes from outside the village of Stonica. You also notice that there are some ingredients crossed out, and so you're not sure if that means those ingredients are not part of the kife mixture, or that they are things that, maybe that crossing out means something else.
But no clearly written diagrams for insert liquids into orifice of chicken go boom.
Nothing specifically about the chicken, but you do see some diagrams that indicate the structure and building of those kife golems, and where the chest cavity would be, and where the beer or kife would go into the chest cavity of those sort of machines that you had encountered earlier today.
Well, they said Gilmore was going to be coming back. Should we just wait for him, or you all look pretty rough?
Maybe we could do a little short rest, and I can regale you with the tale of my experiences with the evil poultry.
Let's hear it.
A big poultry? Do you have issues with big poultry?
I do. Yeah.
I think while he's reading through the books and stuff, can we search these fey creatures?
Yeah.
Dig through their pockets and things.
Yeah, Aisling, you flit around the room, and because you're really close to the dead body of the large, heavy-set man with a rat tail, you dig in his pockets, and you find a few interesting things. There is an interesting-looking silver key with a design that looks like, like a deck of cards, the suit that's a suit of clubs. It sort of looks like the top of the key is like one of those club designs from a deck of cards. And there's also a pouch that you find on this character's body that carries 160 silver pieces.
Okay.
What was the first item?
On the dead bodies of the two sort of half men, half hooved creatures, you find they are each carrying a short sword and a bow with a few arrows. And the only thing of note on the troll is its large spiked club and a very dirty, grimy bag that's tied with a rope around its waist. It looks really disgusting to try to retrieve it, so Aisling, up to you if you want to try to grab it.
Is that the one that Milo grabbed? The Goldfoot, or a different one?
So Milo was grabbing at the skirt that the troll was wearing, which you could see one of the panels on the skirt said the words Goldfoot Winery.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But in the pocket, around the waist, and checking the pockets, Aisling's seeing something slightly different.
Sure. I like gross things.
You're gonna reach out and grab it?
Yeah.
Inside Aisling, you see this sort of brochure for what looks to be a drag show in the village of Hazelwood. And on this sort of poster leaflet, it says that the host of the drag show is somebody by the name of Jess Ween. Jess Ween of the Weenie Babies toy franchise, someone that you've met before in your travels.
And I've seen this brochure before.
You've seen this brochure, you know who Jess is, so this is not completely unfamiliar to you. But why would the troll have this, you wonder?
I'll kind of hold it up to the rest of the group. I said, I'm pretty sure this troll and or maybe his friends are possibly attached to our faceless people.
Make an investigation check when you say that, Aisling. That's a very interesting hypothesis.
Less hypothesis and more... it was a 6 investigation, but I was told about the drag show.
Yeah, that's true.
When I flashed the Faceless Men card at the Black Arms the first time we went. So I've sort of already put those together.
Okay.
But that was a 6. So I don't know if I know anything.
Yeah, you feel like you would either need to go back to Hazelwood or ask around other people at the Black Arms what they know about this drag show. Right, so as the party's kind of resting up and healing up in their short rest, I'm going to grant everybody in the team 720 experience points. That's 720. So somebody might be leveling up, I'm not sure.
The the bless, and then the bane was awesome, and
That was
the
very
groveling
smart.
was great.
Thanks.
A little worried when Aisling got rocked right off of it. It was like
Yeah.
Doc remembering to do that. I can't remember what check, but to know that you needed fire or acid, I think, also helped because then Aisling immediately shot. Oh, was it fire?
fire spear, whatever.
Fire spear? Was that what it's called?
Yeah.
Flame spear.
Flaming spear.
Leia is second level, right?
Yes. And then next session she'll be third level.
Doc is going to get up and say, like, you know, friends, I feel like I need to let you in on a story of why I truly hate chickens. And it's because once upon a time, there was a chicken named Vlad, who was known throughout the farmyard as a true villain. He had a sinister grin, always up to no good, scheming and plotting his next evil deed. He would sneak around in the darkness of the night, stealing other chickens as food, hiding their eggs, and making their lives a living nightmare. The other animals trembled in fear at the mere mention of his name, the Count of Cluckula. But Vlad reveled in his reputation as the farm's resident bad boy. And one fateful day, Vlad's evil ways finally caught up to him. The farmer who had long suspected Vlad's nefarious activities set up a trap, and Vlad was caught red-handed, with stolen eggs in his wing and an incriminating smirk on his face. The farmer banished Vlad from the farm, but the other animals knew that Vlad would not rest until he had had his ultimate revenge. Even from afar, they could hear Vlad cackling maniacally, planning his next move and promising to return to the farm, to take over and rule the barnyard with an iron claw. But deep down, they knew that it was all just a chicken's wild dream, and they could finally breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that they were safe from the clutches of the Count of Cluckula, the evilest chicken on the farm. And you'll all get an extra D6 of healing.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Clapping.
But
Bravo, bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Elena, do you want to take a walk around the place with me? Check it out. See if there's anyone else in here. Duh. And then she'll just walk around. Milo's gonna walk around the rest of the house. Milo also just puts a hand on Aisling's back and said, "You all right there? You took a pretty big whopping from that troll," and threw 5 points of extra healing from his.
Oh, you don't have to. I took the potion.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then he just checks it on you before walking away.
3 hit die, an extra bard die, and a healing potion.
Total for you is 36.
Yeah.
Milo, did you leave the basement already?
Yeah, he's just in the hallway looking down, trying to listen and hear if anyone else is in the house.
Give me a perception check.
Natural 20. 21.
Milo, you cannot hear anybody inside the house right now. There's a window to the bedroom that you're diagonal from that you can look into. You also don't see anybody inside the house right now.
Okay, yeah, he's just looking around, looking for things, evidence and stuff.
Can I look around this person floating in the vat of grossness?
Mm-hmm.
And do some sort of survival or medicine check or something to see someone in this kind of liquid, or would they still be alive? Are they dead?
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you do. How about a medicine check? That would make sense.
It's an 18.
Aisling, you're pretty sure that this person floating in the green liquid is somehow alive, but there must be some sort of magical enchantment that allows her to breathe while suspended in this green liquid. You're not sure what it is. You could roll an Arcana check maybe to find out more, or you could decide what to do with that information.
Is there a lid? Or how is this person? What exactly am I looking at?
Looking at a woman that's floating inside a large jar. So there's no lid. You can, if you want to jump in, smell the water, touch the water, you can.
So I'm trying to think dimensionally what's happening. So if I'm standing outside of it, how tall is it? And
Okay, so it's a little bit taller than Leia, so we could say it's about 6 foot tall. The rim would be at the very top. And if you're just standing on the ground, you'd need to look up at the person who's floating in the water at the moment.
okay, and how far from the top are they of the water?
Not too far. This person looks like they're about 5 foot something.
Okay. I'll look over at Leia and say, "Hey, do you want to try to play a game of catch?"
Catch.
And I want to, I want to cast Gust underneath. Like, I'm going to cast Gust at the character, but I'm going to try to, like, do it from a way that, like, I'm laying on the ground and, like, pushing her up. So, like, if she fails a strength save, she's pushed 5 feet away from me. And see if
Leia or the woman in the water?
The water. The lady in the water.
So you're aiming at the water itself?
I'm aiming at her, but I'm positioning myself in a way that 5 feet away from me is up and out versus, west or east. It's more north,
Okay.
To see if that pushes her up and helps raise her up closer to the top.
Oh, okay. So I will roll a saving throw for her. I'll tell you the result. 3.
Great. She failed.
So the gust lifts her up a little bit?
Yeah, it should push her like 5 feet.
Okay.
Does that get her close enough to the top for like possibly Leia to?
Well, yeah, 5 feet. It gets her head and some of her upper shoulders above the rim, and the water's kind of cascading down. This person still doesn't seem conscious, but you can see the way that their chest is moving. They're breathing still somehow. Again, you're determining that there's got to be some sort of enchantment here.
Mm-hmm.
Can Leia try to grab her and pull her out?
Yeah, give me a athletics check, Leia.
I'm so strong, I can do this. A 4.
Leia, you grab at this woman, and you at your weird angle. At the last moment, you decide that you don't actually want to touch it right now, and so you're not able to quite latch on.
I like to heal. I'm not a mortician.
Elena will walk back up and grab her.
Yeah, Elena, give us an athletics check, please.
Silly short people.
Yeah.
Move, comrade. Let me show you how it's done.
Mommy Elena, we need you. We're baby.
17 for her.
Elena's able to lift this woman's body. Are you trying to take her out of the jar or what?
Yeah, just out and
Yeah.
laying with the person.
Elena kind of flexes her muscles and then lifts this entire woman's body out of the jar and is kind of carrying her around this basement lab a little bit.
Maybe lay her down on like the table.
So you lay this body down on the table. It gets, you push some of the papers and books out of the way so nothing gets wet. And for the moment, again, you can see that she's breathing, but she's not coming to any sort of consciousness just yet.
You said that on her clothing, it had like a pattern and a design on it. Are there any gems or shiny beads on her clothing?
The only thing that you see that's shiny would be on her slippers. You see, it looks like there's some, not real, but fake gems inlaid into the slippers that she's wearing.
While everyone's paying attention to her and looking at her on the ground, I would like to go over and try to slip off one of her slippers.
Can you make a sleight of hand check, please, Duck?
12.
Well, no one's really noticing what you're doing at the moment. They're paying so much more attention to this new woman that's lying on the ground next to them.
Do I see this out of the corner of my eye just with a passive perception of 17?
Oh, 7. With a passive perception of 17, you do notice Duck slipping off the slipper.
I'm not going to say anything. I make a mental note of why this woman doesn't have shoes on, but
No, just one shoe.
Just one? Just one slipper. Okay.
And you say it's got like little like fake gems on it or something.
Yeah, you can tell they're not real. It's pretty obvious that they're not real.
But is it shiny?
Yes, they are shiny.
Beautiful. That's all we need.
Like the shiny things. You're also noticing, like the gold chain that connects her nose ring to her earlobe, and that's also very shiny.
Why would I want that? Not when I could have a slipper.
It's a shiny slipper too. I can't really see anything in the house, but Milo's still looking around.
Yeah, the door is surprisingly unlocked.
Is there anything in this room that the key goes to?
Make an investigation check, Doc.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Yeah, you're kind of walking around the room, looking to see what might have a keyhole.
It's 11.
Yeah, it sort of dawns on you that the person with the long rat tail was talking about working closely with Monsieur Malridet, so maybe there's something inside Monsieur Malridet's mansion that would fit the key.
Was there anything on Mr. Malridet? Did we ever check his body?
His body burned up from an explosive burn.
Yes.
And you couldn't take apart anything left on his body because it charred to a crisp.
Can I? Aisling has the key, right?
I think Aisling took the key, right?
Yeah.
Aisling, do you mind if I go see what this opens in the mansion?
I mean, we can come with you, but sure, here you go. Before we leave, I'm just gonna stick my finger in the liquid, and actually, the woman has liquid on her, right?
Yes, she does.
I'm gonna take some out and just taste it.
It tastes like gum, like gummy bear, like something. It tastes sweet.
Sucrose?
Yeah, something like that.
Or
It tastes very sweet.
What is it called?
It tastes kind of artificial as well.
It's from that foreign land called Caro.
With a K.
Well, in the South, it's Cairo. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm not from the south of Faye.
But it doesn't taste like altered in any sort of way. Like it's part of. It doesn't taste like kife, or it doesn't taste like the beer that tasted funny when the thing spewed it at us.
Let me have you make a nature check to see if you would know the answer to that question. Like if you could match up that flavor to something else that would naturally occur, or something else.
14.
Okay. So something you kind of feel like you need to get a bigger sample size of kife to know how close it is to kife, but you're not aware of kife having this effect on people, be able to suspend a body in it. So you kind of need some more information from somebody or somewhere to know exactly what this is, but it's not really leading you in the direction of thinking that it's kife.
What's its texture? Is it syrupy? Like, is it
slightly
biscuits?
syrupy? Yeah.
Okay, so I can probably assume that she wasn't floating in there because of magic. She's staying alive because of magic, but she's floating because that's just she was suspended in a thicker liquid.
We could say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look around and see if there's any test tubes or vials that have lids and take a sample.
Yeah. You find some vials with lids and you grab a sample. Aisling, as you do this, your other friends are noticing that the woman is starting to move. First, her toes visibly start to twitch, then her fingers, and then slowly she opens her eyes. The woman comes to and sees Duck standing beside her, as well as Elena, Aisling, Leia as well. Where am I?
Who are
What's
you?
going on?
You are safe. You are perfectly fine. What is your name?
Pushpa.
Sorry, one more time.
Pushpa. Pushpa Jaisalman Mauride. Monsieur Mauride is my husband.
Your husband?
Well, he was, but are those his burnt up shoes on the floor?
Those are his burnt up shoes.
You know why he was turning you into soup?
Well, good riddance. He put me in that weird water, and he deserves whatever he got coming to him.
Why did he do that?
Well, I was onto him. He was working with Gilmore to cast that Yesh spell all over the Arts District. He was trying to turn everybody here into zombies, so they would create kife here in Zadaxi and on the Feywild for Gilmore. That weird genie who floats around, Gilmore, have you met him?
Yeah, we know Gilmore. Our hope is that we accidentally burn him too.
No, he's in the coil of mayhem. And you all, she kind of looks at all of you. You all don't look experienced enough to take him on quite yet.
Well, we're guest honoree members of the Order of the Nib, and also, we are one of you.
Okay. Are you trying to deceive or persuade, Aisling? I'll let you pick.
I guess Aisling would know that they're not actually part of Order of the Nib, but I do have an artifact, so I'm trying to lie my way into being like.
Okay, so let's call it deception. Let's call it deception. You can make a deception check.
That is a 10.
She says, "What? Can you catch me up on what's been happening these past few days? My husband put me in there right before the carousel started spinning."
Oh, carousel is no more. Our friend Milo, who you can't see because he's very, nosy and is in your house.
Okay.
He threw a torch and it definitely burned the whole carousel down. That mixed with real magic fire. And the joke off happened and you missed a rousing performance. I did the best because I'm the best bard in town. And I won, and now we killed a troll and some fey creatures, and we are not going to kill you unless you give us reason to, but I don't think you will.
No, I could really use your help. You seem like a good bunch of people. What's your party name?
Depends on who you ask. We're Aisling and the Best Friends to most people, but other people say Virlinian Vanguard. Depends on where we're at.
Virlinian Vanguard. That has a ring to it.
Oh, but not as good as Aisling and the Best Friends.
No, it's better. It's better.
Is that your name? Are you Aisling, or are you one of the best friends?
I'm everything. I am Aisling and my own best friend.
Well, listen, Aisling and all your friends, you seem all sweet, and I want to thank you for rescuing me. I'm so glad my husband is gone. That means I can finally get back to my rare book collection business. But this is a problem that my husband helped open up this portal to the Feywild with Gilmore.
Yeah, they're kind of encroaching on the Feywild business of things. So that's what I'm here for, is to really help stop that. We've closed the portal, I think, and our next step is really dealing with this Gilmore person.
I haven't heard of kife spreading beyond the central continent. So if you want to stop the spread, you need to destroy the part of the coil of mayhem that is causing all this ruckus. And Gilmore is at the top of that food chain. If you kill his minions, then you have a shot at killing him.
Who are his minions?
There's a hag that lives kind of north of here, north of the village of Mlashtina.
She's dead, Elena says.
Oh.
Isn't she?
What was the name of the hag that you killed?
Oh, I don't know.
Miss?
I don't remember if we ever got her name.
Flag.
Well, there's a city in the north called Storm's Eye, and there's a hag there named Lynn Crackleskin. Gilmore has 3 minions, and Lynn is one of them. His second minion lives in the crypt of the Burning Fingers. Sort of a underground location, if you know what I mean. You'll need to talk to somebody from the anthropology department in Zadaxi to find out how to get there.
Don't worry, y'all. I have connections there.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
And who lives in that crypt?
I don't know the name, but it's somebody that's very scary. Her scary face, scary scales, a dragon of some kind, perhaps. I could be exaggerating. I don't know, but I can do some research on this and let you know next time I see you.
Uh-huh.
Gilmore has one other minion that operates around the city of Rovnica, which is north of here. I think his lair is in a dwarven bank vault, hidden underground. If you were connected to the Thieves Guild or the Faceless Men, then you'd have a chance of getting in. And then I think if you could take out all of Gilmore's minions, you have a shot of taking out Gilmore himself.
The Thieves Guild or the Faceless Men? Who are they?
Secret organizations working here in the Seven Sisters.
Well, they're not very secret if people know about them.
Well, and Pushpa kind of brushes her hair and flashes a smile at you and says, a woman like me carries many secrets, but you are my rescuers. I have nothing to hide, and I have all my life and love left to give the city of Zadaxi.
Does she seem like she's telling the truth?
That's Duck that's asking?
Yeah.
You can make an insight check, actually.
11.
I mean, you get the sense that she's being very heartfelt, and you're not aware of any reason that she would lie about her situation.
Which secret organization are you part of?
Oh, I work with the organizations, but personally, I don't have membership.
Why not? Which one would you want to join if we could give you membership to one?
She pulls you in closer, kind of grabs you by the collar of whatever you're wearing, and says, I just don't know if you're one of us. If you catch my meaning.
I already told you we're one of you.
Show me your card.
I'll pull the card out.
She says,
Is that your bard card?
No, not my bard card.
Not the bard card. Yeah, I think you're not quite experienced enough. Might do you a lot of good to take care of the rest of the kife operations by taking out those minions. Know what I mean? That way we can stop the spread of kife in this part of central Virlinia.
Mm-hmm. But now that you've told me that you're part of the Faceless Men, you can tell us where to go for the bank vault.
It's near the city of Rovnica.
Oh my goodness.
But I personally don't have the ability to break into the vault. You'll need to convince some of the other men in the group.
That sounds sexist if they don't trust the women with that information.
You'd actually be surprised. And she winks at you, Doc, when she says that.
I try to wink back, but I don't really have eyelids, so it's very weird looking.
Well, great.
Tell me about the most important part. The exploding chickens.
Oh, it's Gilmore. Gilmore has a research lab in a temple that is only accessible through a magical portal. And in his research lab, he does things to animals to cause them to have weird effects. That's all I can tell you. That's my guess for why he has those chickens. But I would warn you, I'm sure he's building much more powerful, much more weird animals in his research facility.
And what does Mary have to do with all of this?
I don't know exactly, but I can ask my contacts at the university to do some research. I don't know her very well, but she must be connected to this in some way. She didn't, as far as I can tell, she had no problem with the carousel coming to Zadaxi.
Yeah, well, she's not very funny either.
You tell me, you won.
And I know you must be tired, so I think this table is a great place for you to sleep and rest after being in this water.
Absolutely.
Which, I guess I have two questions. One is, why were you in the water?
Well, my husband saw that I was figuring out his plot, and I would never want Kife to take over the citizens of Zadaxi or any of the Seven Sisters. So I was starting to figure out a way to stop him. But I guess he discovered my plot before I could put it into action. And that's why he put me in that weird liquid.
Why didn't he just kill you?
Oh, I'm his wife. That would be, what do you call it, matricide?
I don't know, just sign a prenup?
I could tell that's why you wanted to joke off.
What was your plan then?
Well, to work with my friends at the university to stop him and take him down.
Well, speaking of the university, we have friends there also, so I'll maybe let you talk to them about that. But Duck, maybe if you show her the key, she can just tell us where it goes also.
Where does this go?
Oh, that goes into my the main bedroom. That goes to the chest where my husband keeps the kife. I think you should just go in there and destroy it.
You said drink it?
I know he drinks it, but he definitely keeps it there.
But so we should go drink it?
You should
Our friend
destroy
Milo
it. I can't tell if you're joking with me or if you really want to do some kife right now.
I just scratch.
Maybe take a nap. You've been so helpful. We'll wake you up when we're done with your house, but don't come in the house.
I'm gonna take a nap on my bed. Thank you very much. And she
We're gonna
hikes up
be in there.
Sort of hikes up her dress a little bit and prepares to get off the table. And she says, "Oh, but I have extra rooms in the house. If you all need a place to stay, you can stay with me."
I mean, we don't want to disturb your nap. We're gonna be in your room for a little bit, aren't we? Destroying kife.
Oh, no, in that case, I'll sleep in the living room.
No, that sounds good. A common area. We will definitely not disturb you there. Thank you for what we've done. And as a thank you to you, to save you years of pain and suffering, I'll just take her other shoe off. I would hate for you to walk lopsided.
Thank you so much. I have no idea where the other shoe went.
He ate it.
Who? My husband?
Your husband.
Troll.
Your troll husband ate it.
Seems like something he would do after talking to Gilmore all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
okay.
I'd like to give you a token of gratitude, if I may.
Oh, other than the shoe? Absolutely.
Here, come with me. We'll take you back into the house.
Great. As we're on our way out, I'll just toss the shoe to Duck and say, thought you might like a pair.
I take this shoe.
I'd like to imagine this whole time not knowing, Milo not knowing that that's Monsieur Day's wife is just tossing the whole house and just looking for clues and breaking things and not really respecting the house at all.
So, Monsieur Mariday's wife, Pushpa, walks in and sees you, Milo, and says, "Hey, are you one of Aisling's best friends?"
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Maybe we just met the other day. I think I'm not sure how many days have passed. I'm pretty likable, I suppose. Who are you?
Pushpa Jaisama Mauriday.
Oh, sorry about your husband. Wasn't us. It was the chicken.
What are you doing in my house?
You were overrun by exploding chickens. It was a big problem here.
Oh my goodness.
Chickens everywhere.
I want to thank you again for saving me. If you could just follow me to the bookshelf over here. She walks into the living room area where you can see there's several couches, a fireplace, a couple of a couple of side tables with candles. And she walks to one of the bookshelves and pulls out a rare book, judging from the state of it. And she hands it to Aisling. Here.
Yes, a book.
Take this with you. It's called I Walked with the Assassins.
She sounds like Gilbert Godfrey.
If you want, you can just sell it to get a little bit more of coin. But I think this will help you become one of us. And she winks at you, Aisling.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lose it. Don't lose sight of it.
Should I take it to the drag show?
She nods. You know, Jess Queen loves an old book. He likes reading.
Yeah, aren't they auditioning to be in the Faceless Men? There's
I don't
no
know.
way that Jess Queen is already in the Faceless Men if I'm not in the Faceless Men.
I don't know. Next time I see you, you better have a different card.
Like this one? And I'll pull out my Bard card.
She laughs at you, Aisling. No. Come on now. Come on now.
You do know that Jess Queen is also trying to get the kife traded around all over the place, right?
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so Jessica's on the side of the kifers?
Right, Milo?
Breaking bottles of kife in the bed.
What evidence do you have that he's on the side of the kifers?
Do you know his family, the Weens?
Yes.
They love shoving kife in their weenie babies.
Oh, I don't think he knew too much about it, from what I recall. It was more the parents of the trade. They're in
So
here.
Jess-
They're around town somewhere. I don't know.
So Jess didn't know about it, but Jess's parents knew about it.
The sins of the parent.
This sounds like it'd be worthwhile to investigate. I'll put my feelers out at the university.
You're obsessed with the university. Have you ever
Hey.
tried learning from like nature and life instead of books?
You know, the folks at the university are the ones who love rare books. That's what keeps my business alive. If I weren't doing this, I'd be back working the vineyards, and I'm not into wine anymore.
Is that the name of the local brothel?
What? The vineyards?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into that anymore.
Speaking of wine, do you not recognize the royalty you're standing in the room with?
Oh, what do you mean?
We've got the purveyors of two of the finest wines in all the lands here.
Oh, do you work in the vineyards with Marvin?
We got Goldfrapp and Reckless Woman wines. I don't remember their names.
Are you from the Goldfoot family? She points her intention towards Milo.
As soon as she looks towards Milo, Duck is going to prestidigitate and make Milo's shoes look gold.
Sure am.
Goldfoot goat shoes. I like it. You know, I have one of your really nice wines from a few decades ago here on my shelf. It's one of your sweet wines called Tokai. It's delicious. Thank your family for me.
No.
Oh, are you not in the wine business anymore then?
Never was.
He's in the brothel business.
Yeah.
You have a fallout or something?
Kinda, and just breaking bottles still.
The kife?
Of value.
Breaking the kite bottles?
Yeah.
Okay. She looks over, Pushpa looks over at Elena and says, you know, I also have a 30-year-old Ketsk Chardonnay. Maybe someone in your family knows something about that. It's delicious.
Do you want me to ask if my family knows about wine?
If you feel like bringing me any more wine, any more old wine, any more antique wine from your family, that would do that would do me a whole lot of good. I love a good ketsk.
Oh, give me bottle, and I will bring it back and bring you many bottles of wine.
So Pushpa takes an empty carafe, pours the rest of the ketsk wine in that carafe, and then hands you the empty bottle of ketsk, and then sets the carafe down in the bookshelf area.
Damn it. And just walks away. Did Milo find anything of value when he was tossing the place while they were talking to her in the other house?
Milo, while Milo was kind of tossing around in the main bedroom area, he would have found kind of in one of the side tables some plans used to build those kife golems that you had killed earlier. And it looks like Maori Day might have been involved in funding some of the building of those machines.
Alrighty. I think Milo just finishes breaking up the bottles and make sure there's no other clues in the other rooms or something.
As you're breaking up the bottles, she kind of flexes her fingers and stretches them out, and she casts prestidigitation a few times to clean up the mess from all the bottles that break.
Milo, you should at least apologize. You've ruined this woman's house. She has been stuck in a vat of ooze being cooked, and she came home wanting to sleep, and you ransacked the place. You angry little man.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. I am sorry. I had no idea that you were married to Maori Day, that you are yourself a Maori Day.
Yeah, well, at this point, I'm a single lady, so guess I'll have to take his smoking carcass out and bury him. Start my life again.
Milo's also single.
Oh, and you're a Goldfoot, aren't you?
I make the shoes.
I'm not interested. And Milo just walks out of the house, assuming that he
walks out of the house.
He's playing hard to get.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, you get all tucked in.
I guess Milo wouldn't steal now that he knows that there's someone still alive in the house.
She says, well, you could sell the book, but I think it's worth way more to you if you bring it to Hazelward.
Yeah, all right. Been there before.
Yeah.
We know the way.
Well, listen, it's a really sunny day out. What are you going to do the rest of today? You should probably talk to the town council, right? Let them know the carousel's been destroyed.
Yeah, go see what they know, where they're at, because they were supposed to be here. They were supposed to be fighting these things since last night, weren't they? They were coming up ahead of us.
I have no idea. I've been suspended in goo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry about the goo. Sorry about your husband, I guess. I don't know. You don't seem too upset, so.
Yeah.
Was the goo good for the skin?
I mean, look at me. She kind of like swings her hair over the shoulder. She looks actually pretty. What's the word? She looks like she's got great skin.
Gorgeous. Don't look a day over 135.
Oh, you joker.
Yeah, joking.
Oh my gosh. How could I forget? With all your connections at the academy, do you know Professor Badmosa?
Professor Mimosa? I don't know, Professor Mimosa.
Is it Badamosa? Badimase?
Padamos? Or is it different?
I don't know. On the council is a no.
Oh, yeah. Professor Padamos is on the council.
Yeah, I know Professor Padamos.
You do?
Yes, Professor Padamos is a friend of mine.
You better tell him to vote yes on the kife trade thing.
Why? Is this what you all were talking about at the joke contest? This say yes thing?
Yeah.
He's a hard no right now.
Yeah. He's real old school when it comes to data collection. He needs lots and lots of subjects to prove that kife is a bad thing for Zadaxi.
I feel like we need to stop making assumptions here. I think once again we have to look at the people using the item, not necessarily the item itself. I think we are jumping to conclusions here because of some people that don't know how to contain their revelry.
You sound like Professor Bremos.
He's a smart man.
Sound like Gilmore.
I would never be like Gilmore. I don't fuck with chickens.
I don't fuck with them, but I do fuck near them. I don't know.
Anyway, you're welcome to use the place. She points to the bedroom, the side bedroom that Milo was already in, and says, "You need to use the guest room."
Milo probably like. I just like in my head imagine that Milo like screw all this like knife into the bed like where are they hiding it? Like you go in there and it's just like somebody's destroyed everything.
Yeah, the bed's definitely like flipped off the frame. Just looking under.
She's casting as much prestidigitation as she can to put things back in order.
Sorry about the house again. Milo yells from outside.
It's all right. You're one of the Vanguard or whatever you are. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Does she go to the bedroom?
Yeah, she's going to lie down. You can tell.
But is she currently in the bedroom? I'll act like I'm going out and be like, "Oh shoot, I left the book on the table. Silly me." And run back in and try to put the bottle or the carafe of wine in my backpack and walk out.
The cat's wine?
Yeah, that she poured into a carafe.
She's gonna stand in front of you and try to stop you. Hey, you can't do that.
Do what?
She's standing over you, like her body is still a little bit damp, dripping a little bit of the goo. She's standing over you. She's like, "That's my cat's wine."
Actually, I think it's Elena's. And I'll try to dodge around her and run.
She's gonna try to grapple you. No. Could you make a strength or dexterity roll to contest her grapple?
Yes, a 4.
She got a 2. You somehow, Aisling, you somehow managed to sneak past her while still carrying the wine, and she flips her body around, saying, "Wait, where are you going?"
To get drunk. Elena, catch.
Fuck.
Throw the bottle to Elena.
Yeah. A nice underhand toss.
Underhand. Elena, make a dexterity check, please. It's regular straight dexterity. Reflexes.
Natural one.
So as Pushball walks to the front door to watch you throw this bottle, Elena misses, and the bottle crashes onto the stone floor of Soggy Bottom Square, and the wine goes everywhere, seeping into the cracks. Pushba pushes you aside, Aisling, and runs outside and kneels on the ground, kind of like using her hands to inhale the scent of the wine. And she says, "What? You all get out of here! You're not one of us!"
I'll toss a straw to her.
A straw?
Yeah.
Okay. She ignores it and is like crying at the loss of her wine.
Elena will just be like, "I will get you case. Do not worry."
You better watch your friends, woman.
You left it out in the air. This is not aerating wine. This is sealed up wine. Ugh, you don't even know your wine.
I'm going to bed. And she shuts the front door.
Sorry, Elena. I tried to get you some wine.
I tried as well. It is no issue. There's plenty of wine in the city. Do you all want to go see the councilman? Tell them that you burnt this place down? Go see Ernie Tortellini. Let him know that we found out a bunch of stuff.
Well, before we leave, do you all remember the Drakeworths?
The hunters?
I wrote their name in cursive because I thought they were fancy, but that's my note on the Drakeworths.
They're pretty wealthy, yeah.
Well, that's their mansion over there, and they're gone on vacation/hunting trip, but there's definitely people in there. Should we go interrupt that party?
Yeah, sure. I suppose we should do our checks here. Milo will just walk up and try and find a window to look through, see what he can see.
So Milo, you're at the very front of the house, and you do in fact see a window that looks into a dining area.
Before you go up to it, I'm going to give you a little pat, and I'm going to say, just remember, be sneaky like the mole and quiet like the spider, and don't get caught. And for the next 10 minutes, whenever you make an intelligence check, wisdom check, or charisma check, so like any like roles that require one of those things, you can add an extra d6 to your roll.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty good.
Be quiet like spider.
So Milo, you can see inside to this home through the front window that there's a dining room area. There are several characters there that look like fey creatures that are just playing drinking games on the large dining table that's connected to this kitchen. It's a very nice kitchen, very well appointed. They have their own oven and copper pots and pans. It looks like the kitchen of a very well-to-do Virlinian family.
Should we go in? Kick them out? They shouldn't be there.
Why would we want to kick them out?
It's not their house.
Whose house is it?
Drakeworth's house.
Drakeworth's there. Do you want to kick them out, or I mean, we could tell the guards about them, or just ignore it for another day or something? I don't know.
I mean, either one. I don't remember why we think they're important.
I don't know. They might know something about the kife. I don't know.
So wait, do we feel like these individuals have like stuffed the Drake Warden somewhere and have just taken over their home and to take over their lives? Knock them out of the nest?
Now I'm concerned, I guess. I didn't really think about it.
Onwards, let's murder them.
Okay.
It seems to be your answer for everything. I support you.
Not gonna attack them. I'm gonna ask them to leave, I suppose. And then Milo will knock at the door.
The door's actually slightly ajar. You can see inside, directly inside, and there are mounted owl heads as well as a large deer head with antlers.
Still at the threshold of the door, Milo will just be like, "Hello, you got to get out of there. It's not your home."
You hear some like fussing about, and this person walks towards you, Milo.
You got to get out of there, bud. Is what Milo's saying.
This person is carrying a stein of ale. He's a very short man with red hair. He's got a waistcoat on. He's looking up at you, Milo, because you're taller than him. And he's like, "What? What do you want?"
You got to get out of here. I just said.
There's where? Where?
Out of this house.
Nah,
You can go drink wherever you want, but you can't drink here.
No, we're playing Flippy Cup.
What is that?
It's a game where you flip the cup and then you drink the beer inside.
We'll play it outside.
What do you win for it?
More beer?
Yeah, do it outside.
What? We're just having fun, mate.
This isn't your house. You're breaking and entering.
Oh, well, these people are on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, are you just dog sitting?
Are you house sitting?
Yeah, you could say that. Matter of fact, we're definitely house sitting. Milo, you're very close to him. You can tell he's very clearly inebriated. At any moment, he could fall over. Not sure that it's worth murdering this person. Milo, could you make an intimidation roll, actually, with advantage because your party's helping you?
And a d6.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the bardic?
Yeah, because it's a charisma check.
Oh, the crit. Oh, okay, yeah.
19 altogether.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. You're right. This isn't our house. I'll get all my friends and we'll get out of here. I'm really, really sorry. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Talk to you later. Have a good day.
Yeah, yeah, later. Bye. And they all kind of scoot off.
Okay.
Should we search the house and make sure no one else is there?
Yes.
I'll keep watch over them, make sure there's no other funny business. Milo will just stay outside so you guys can go pillage this house.
I don't pillage.
Not pillaging. We're just making sure that they're not hiding any additional ones that can let them back in once we are done.
Oh, okay. All right.
All throughout the house, you can see portraits of what will look to be smiling, happy people that look quite similar to one another. Portraits with 2 adults and their 5 children, 4 of whom look like boys with 1 little girl. This seems to be the summer family hunting lodge for the Drakeworth family, and you're currently standing in their residence. You can see from the plaques on the portraits what the names are of the family members. It seems that the lord of the house is Drakeworth Sr., and the names of the 4 sons are Alistair, Bentley, Cash, and Deacon. You see some scrap notes kind of written on one of the desks indicating that they are out pheasant hunting. They will probably be gone for another week. Meanwhile, you see a woman with a tall, pale white woman with long black hair, very stylish red ankle-length dress with a V-neck, and she has a visible tattoo on her neck that you can see part of from where you're standing. And she is just kind of like hanging out in the main bedroom, drinking a little bit of ale by herself. She notices all of you and says, "So, all those guys are gone, right?"
Yeah, they're gone. What are you doing? Are you?
House sitting. Definitely house sitting.
Okay.
My name is Madam Pinkwill. Who are you all?
Madam Inkwell?
Pinkwill. With a Q.
I'm sorry, Pink Quill?
Pinkwill. With a Q.
Is the Q at the front?
Is the P silent?
It's wherever you want it, baby. She stretches.
Do you work
her
at the vineyard?
She stretches her white gloves on her hands, and she draws out a cigarette with an extender and starts smoking a cigarette.
What?
No, I don't work at the vineyard, but I want to thank you for shooing away those drunken fellows. They've been playing pranks all over the Arts District for the past few days, and I've had it up to here. I could not convince them to leave, but seeing a big party like you, that'll do it.
And this isn't your house?
No, as I said, I'm house sitting.
Cool.
The Drakeworths hired me to stay here and take care of things while they were gone. They're out in southern Virlinia, like hunting or something.
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and put her cigarette out.
Okay. She seems very upset by this, and she says,
No, ma'am. This isn't your house. You cannot smoke in someone else's house, and smoking isn't good for you anyway. You should do other drugs.
First of all, very rude that you put out my cigarette. I don't have very many cigarettes left. Second of all, I'm house sitting. The Drakeworths gave me the keys. I'm allowed to do what I want as long as I keep the house clean. And have a look at this. And she points over at the nightstand. There's a pipe there with tobacco and kind of an ashtray. And she says to you, Lord Drakeworth smokes also. So I don't know what you're talking about. The whole place smells like tobacco, if you ask me.
What is the daughter's name?
Famalik.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah. Famalik doesn't like hunting, though. So hope she gets along with her brothers on that trip.
You go on the trip? Or do you have her stashed in the basement?
You
First
seem
of
very
all-
fancily dressed for a house sitter.
Oh, my goodness. What's with all the questions? You're all strangers. What are you doing here?
We're taking care of the house. We were hired to protect this house.
No. This is a big mistake. I'm gonna have to call the guards at this point. And she starts to walk towards Aizen's kind of in the way, but she tries to push.
Wait a minute. Sorry, you're gonna call the guards now, but you didn't call the guards when there were those weird people in here that were drinking that you knew weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, there were
If you let
6 of them.
Stay here.
There were 6 of them, and I couldn't get out. And now there's 4 or 5 of you, and I still can't get out. So how about you all step aside and let me smoke in peace and do my job?
What's your job?
House sitting.
At the vineyard?
She pushes you aside, Aisling, and walks towards the front of the building.
Can I?
I'm done with
this. Can I
this.
give her a roll of charisma save?
Charisma save?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Nat 20, so 21. She comes outside and sees Elena, and she's like, and she doesn't say anything to Elena. Pinkwill just kind of like shrugs her shoulders and shakes her head side to side, like, don't go in there. And she kind of exits to the front door.
She's not a very good house sitter if she leaves it abandoned with strangers.
Something's not sitting well with that.
I'm gonna go make the bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go steal the pipe
Okay.
and the tobacco.
Okay. Making friends, I see.
We didn't take it. The 6 men that their house sitter let in and party with them took it.
And I'm cleaning. Sort of. Are there other rooms?
You can tell that there is a storage room that Aislinn, you're currently in front of the door to the storage room.
Can I look in there?
So you can. The door is unlocked.
I will open it. It's a big black hole.
Inside the storage area, you see about a dozen crates and chests, all kind of stacked on the floor, and some of them are on top of one another. There are a few barrels and some shelves lined with things like cheese and jars of preserves and things like that.
Can I search through some of these and see if there's kife anywhere?
Yeah, make a perception check.
23.
You don't find any kife, but you do see a block of camembert cheese from Oksana's cheese farm. You might recall Oksana is one of Elena's comrades.
When you say block, how big is
Like
a block?
It's like a fairly large slab of cheese. Nothing is wrapped in plastic. This is fantasy time, so it's like a big block just kind of sitting there in a, let's say, in a tote bag of some kind made of whatever material.
I will chunk a piece off and take a chunk out with me and just give it to Elena. Be like, sorry, I couldn't get you wine, but here's some cheese from your friend.
Oh, thank you, comrade. She'll pocket the cheese, and I'll write that in the loot. That
Pocket cheese.
It's at this point that all of you notice the sheriff of Zadaxi start walking towards you, and Sheriff Ankita Goldpetal. She says, "Find anything in the Drakeworth home?"
Yes, we found
A stranger.
7 strangers in here that shouldn't have been here.
Oh, hope you chased them off.
We did, but they had a ringleader by the name of Madame Inkwell or Pinkwell. I'm not sure. She looked like a lady of the vineyard, if you know what I mean.
I will definitely look into this. Thank you for the tip.
And her 6 minions that were holding her captive while she sipped wine and drank cigarettes in their home. Or not drank cigarettes, smoked cigarettes in their home.
I'm gonna follow up on this. Thank you for that, Duck. So I see that the carousel has stopped. Is that your doing?
Yeah.
And where is Mallory Day? Where is Gilmore?
Mary Day's dead. Gilmore is somewhere. We have a bunch of leads. We're gonna go talk to Ernie about it.
I think that's a very wise move. I think you'll find him. All right, it's the weekend. You'll find him at home with his son.
All right.
You managed to stop the carousel. Seems like she's looking at you in particular, Milo. Seems like there are drops of kife on you. Were you drinking kife, or what happened exactly?
Come to find out, Milo has a mild problem that we're going to be dealing with very soon. We have it under control.
So you're a kifer, are you?
No.
He's a lifer.
Just breaking some bottles. Some got on me. That's all it is.
Well, it looks like the danger of the carousel is no longer, and maybe the residents here in the Arts District are safe to go outside again. I'll go find Tiziano, and we will alert the district. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Talk to you later.
Yeah, good job, adventurers. Don't
we get a medal?
Medal for what?
I don't know. We saved the town. I feel like I read some stories where, like, if you save the town, you get a medal.
Well, you haven't saved the town yet.
No.
You ended you've disrupted whatever magic was happening here with that carousel, but kife still exists here in the Seven Sisters, and if you're going to put a stop to it, there are a few more places you should investigate.
How do you know?
I'm working on this task force. I want it to happen.
Okay.
Wait, so are we trying to get rid of it, or are we trying to regulate it and tax it so we could, clean up the town a little bit? I'm still not quite sure, like, why we're going so hard to a single extreme here.
Oh, well, my sister kind of got onto this stuff, and she made me promise that I'd put an end to it. So I think either way, if it's regulated or if we destroy it, then that's my promise fulfilled. So that's why I'm going a little hard on it.
You are a man of Palo, aren't you? And Ankita kind of puts both palms together and bows at you, Milo, when you express how much you care about your sister.
Hey, so how about that temple? It's pretty expensive to like do anything when we're supposed to be helping people with Taylor. Just talk to the sheriff about it.
She smiles at you and says, "Yeah, I know. It's an imperfect system, our religion."
Oh yeah, and I think it's pretty simple. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Start walking away from her.
It's around, let's say it's around noon in the game. This would be a good place for us to stop. And we'll pick up next time at Ernie Tortellini's house. Is that where you're going?
I think so, just to give him an update.
Okay.
See if he'll pay us any money, give us anything cool.
We'll find out.
Alrighty. Those commands were pretty clutch today. The grovel.
I'm definitely not built for damage. I figured you all had damage, so I just built this one to screw with people.
Yeah, well, it worked. That was awesome.
What is a wisdom save, or what save is it? Do you remember?
Wisdom.
I mean, that's good on a troll because a troll is not going to have very high wisdom. Well, nobody died. A couple people got unconscious, but nobody died. Congratulations. We'll see what happens next time. Hope you had fun.
Did.
Yeah.